Hello, I'm Jim Reese, President and CEO of the Atlanta Union Mission. And I've got exciting news to share with you today about work we've been doing over the last 9 months around our brand, our logo, and our name. We've been out in the community trying to understand what do people think of the Atlanta Union Mission. And as we talked with clients, the community, donors, volunteers, churches, civic organizations, we heard words that kept coming back with a lot of emotion. Words around love, transformation, Christ-centered, hope, faith, courage. People felt when they heard those words, that's what the Atlanta Union Mission meant to them. Now, when we look at the Atlanta Union Mission, we think of a passage from 1 John. See, in him was life, and that life was the light of men. The light shines in the darkness, but the darkness has not understood it. The true light that gives light to every man was coming into this world. And so what came out as we talked with the community was the big idea around shine the light. Shine the light. When they heard Atlanta Union Mission, what we do, shine the light, kept coming up as they spoke about it. Now, as we looked at our name and tried to understand the Atlanta Union Mission and reactions of what people thought about that, what we continuously hear is people either say AUM, the mission, but rarely did people really say the Atlanta Union Mission. And as we even investigated the name itself, what we came to find out was union, which was important in the 1930s, really meant non-denominational, but today carries none of that same meaning. So trying to look at that name in light of what people were saying to us, we decided, do we choose a revolutionary name or an evolutionary name? And we decided on evolutionary. And that name is the Atlanta Mission. It talks about the city and the area we serve and the mission that we have overall as a ministry serving the people we serve. Now, when you hear about the Atlanta Mission, what we all think about is the people we serve. Now let me share a story with you about Calvin. He's 45, addicted to crack. Now Calvin's life is truly a difficult life. See, he spends his life on the street. And you can see from this picture that when Calvin is on the street, darkness comes totally over Calvin. But what combats the darkness of the street? Now you see the Atlanta Mission with its new logo. Let me talk to you for a minute about the logo itself and what's different about it and why it is different. First of all, as you can see, we moved from a very stationary lamppost to a lantern. Now let me talk to 3 specifics that are different around this logo. First and foremost is this lamppost versus a lantern. And why is that important? Well, truthfully, it's really very important. Because see, a lamppost is stationary and you have to come to it. A lantern, especially a lantern with a light, is taken to people wherever they are at. So just imagine for a minute I come to your house and knock on the door where you have the lamppost and you let me in. Now think about a lantern where you've come to me and said, Jim, I know you need help, and you invite me into your house. We believe that's an important part of who we are as we go forward. Second, you'll notice that the cross is the center. It's the place the light is radiated. Christ is what changes the lives of those people we serve. And so we believe, and the logo shows, that truly Christ is the center of all we do. And then finally, you can see the radiation of the light that comes from the new logo. So you have a lamppost, now you have a lantern. Christ is the center of what we do, circulated with the overall shine. Now, flexibility is important, as all of you know, in regards to how you represent the logo, just as we have to be flexible in how we serve people. So what you have in front of you is different ways that we now see to be able to show the Atlanta mission and our new logo with flexibility depending on the needs. Now, as we talked with people and we asked them about the Atlanta mission, one word kept coming up as we talked about a tagline, and that word was homelessness. You're about homelessness. So as we looked at that word and thought about, as we go forward, what are we about? It became very clear to us, we're about ending homelessness, period. Now that period at the end is very important because we believe we're about ending homelessness, period. And that means whether people enter homelessness, are in homelessness, or we prevent them from homelessness. Now, when you look at the whole name, logo, all combined together, what you now see is that bright, shining light of the new logo, the name, Atlanta Mission, and then ending homelessness, period. You know, we couldn't do the work we do without your help. We're excited about what this new logo and name and tagline represents as we work with you, as we work together with a city to truly end homelessness, period. I want to thank you for all you do, for the help you provide, for the resources you provide in your time, talents, and treasures. Because together we believe, with the power of Christ, we can truly end homelessness, period.